and action. I think that the show, when it came out in like the 90s, it was literally, you know, the cutting edge of theater, and now we take that for granted. Instead of being cutting edge now, it sort of feels nostalgic, and it feels like a glimpse into history or something. Not only theater history, but also history of the arts community, history of, you know, the AIDS crisis. But it still works, you know what I mean? It just speaks in a different way. My mother would have given me my cast album of Rent when I was in like high school. I thought I was not cool enough then to listen to it, but oddly I'm not uncomfortable doing it. I mean, the fact that we're making this video blog sort of shows that I do relate to Mark in some way. I do love that he's a filmmaker. I do love that there are lines to the crappy screenplays that he's written that never went anywhere. I've written crappy screenplays. I do start fires with them in my apartment in my illegal wood-burning stoves. No, nobody directly became a lesbian after dating me. Oof. Do you know, one of the girls I dated was previously a lesbian before I dated her. It's kind of the reverse of Mark. She's probably a lesbian again now. In reconceiving the show, one of the things that got lost from the character of Mark was two iconic things that everybody who remembers the original production associates with the character of Mark: his glasses and his scarf. It's just been redesigned, so he doesn't have either of those things, which is totally fine. However, my strategy was to wear my glasses every day to rehearsal, make everybody really comfortable with the way I looked in glasses, so that by the time it came around to like going on stage and I was like, okay, I'm ready now, let's go, they'll be like, something's missing. Oh wait, there's the guy we know and love. You're welcome, America. This is the second time I've replaced somebody in a show, and it's a weird thing because you don't know what you're walking into. Luckily with this, it's a pretty happy group of people. They have like a very warm vibe backstage. They do like, you know, energy circles before the show, and, you know, support each other and all that stuff that you read about in the theater books about what actors should be doing with one another. So it's good. Well, New World Stages it's become like the thriving ground for Broadway shows that have kind of run their course on Broadway and are now finding life off-Broadway. Often shows that started off-Broadway, like, you know, Rent and Avenue Q. And it's a cool space. You walk into New World Stages and it's like these polished concrete floors and, you know, a complex of what looks like, by the design of the space, this sort of, you know, cutting edge theater, you know, with art hanging on the walls and, you know, photography exhibits and multimedia displays playing. I mean, it's a cool venue, no doubt. And there's like 4 bars. Is this a bestseller, or not a whole lot of these get sold? Be honest.
I mean, a lot should be sold, but they're not flying off the shelves.
It's a very New York show. You know what I mean? It's based in New York. It feels like New York. You want to see a New York show in New York City? You come to see Rent. What's cool about the writing, it is operatic in its scope, and, you know, and in its height. But at the same time, it's very casual to what you're used to hearing in speech, replicated in really soaring music. And that's no easy task.
In this version, Mimi dies, right?
In this version, yes, Mimi dies. In fact, everybody in the cast dies. And Mark has AIDS. Oh yeah, is there anything we need to do to really play up the Team America thing? You think that's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Gonna break down these barricades. Everyone has AIDS, 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 AIDS.